Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us on another episode of Wisco Card Kid. If you're new to the channel, thanks for joining us, hanging out. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is Matt. I am a fourth grade elementary teacher. Loves to share his passion with his students and specifically with my 12-year-old son, Carter, who got me back into the sports card hobby. So, thanks for joining us. Today's episode, we're going to cover a bunch of things Wisconsin because there's a lot of exciting things going on in Wisconsin sports right now. So, hang out with us, stay tuned, and let's jump into it. All right, thanks for hanging out with us. Like I said, Wisco Card Kid. My name is Matt. And today I don't really have anything sports cards. I am going over just Wisconsin sports in general. Who knows? Maybe with the grading thing the way it is, that maybe one of the gears I shift is just talking about Wisconsin sports. I don't know. One of the things I like, follow, and hang out with. And one of the things I just got done watching about an hour ago with my son was the Whitefish Bay 12-year-old Little League team. My son Carter, he's 12 years old, plays baseball. And I knew that one of the guys I played basketball with in high school, he lives in Whitefish Bay. He has a 12-year-old son, and actually his son, Griffin Hansen, is the shortstop for that team. So it's been really cool to have that connection, watch them play. And they lost to Missouri, I think last week. They actually got 10-run ruled by them. That in the fourth inning, they ended up losing 12-2, I believe, in the fourth inning by a 10-run rule. And the game started out, made me a little nervous today. That started out, I think they put 3 up on them right away in the first inning, and then Whitefish Bay came storming back, and I think they ended up winning 9-5 or something like that. So actually, Whitefish Bay has a chance to make Wisconsin State history by being the first 12-year-old Little League team to represent Wisconsin in the Little League World Series if they beat Iowa. And the game is at noon Central tomorrow. So definitely be tuning into that, watch it. And it's just another connection my son and I can make and watch the game and root on some people we know, but also just root on a team from Wisconsin. So that's been amazing, really fun to watch. If you have nothing going on Saturday at noon, it's on ESPN, I believe. Tune in and cheer on Whitefish Bay. The next thing, the Brewers, man, they did not play well against the. I mean, it's not that they didn't play well. They're pitching. They don't have a whole lot of depth in their pitching. And then they just couldn't close it out yesterday in the 11th and got swept by the Padres. And it doesn't get any easier for them now when they have to go play the Dodgers in a series. And I mean, the Brewers have been kind of decimated by injuries. They're plug and play guys, Bay at second base. And then, I mean, they're just trying to survive this road trip, get some guys healthy. And I mean, all in all, they just make the playoffs, have healthy guys, and see what happens. I've been reading comments and posts online, and like people get so negative, and I know a lot of people are pessimists and just, oh, here it goes, the great. But I think like as Wisconsin sports fans, that's kind of what we're used to. I mean, look at all the years the Packer teams and everything, Super Bowl aspirations. How many times did we blow it in the NFC Championship game? And I know many teams would like to say, well, we just like to get there and stuff, but I think just as Wisconsin fans, it's kind of what we've been conditioned to do and believe in. And we never want to get our hopes too high because then it just comes crashing down. And too many times we've been burned when we have high hopes and things don't live up to expectations. So hopefully the Brewers can get healthy, right the ship, and don't have to plug and play guys anymore and can just get back on the winning path. And last thing I want to cover is it's football season, Packer preseason tonight. Packers play the Steelers, which is kind of exciting. I mean, the headlines is going to be Love and Rodgers. It's confirmed starters will be playing, at least for the Packers. I think McCarthy said Rodgers would play for a little bit, so it'll be fun to at least watch the beginning of the game and watch Love and Rodgers play. That'll be some of the exciting. But you never know how long the two of them will play, probably being the first preseason game. wouldn't imagine they will play too long because God forbid you don't want any injuries happen on either side. And there's a lot of hate when Favre left, when Rodgers left. Rodgers gave us so many great years, and all in all, I think like mechanically, record wise, completion wise, putting the football where it needs to be, like I think Rodgers could be considered one of the best quarterbacks of all time. But now if you start taking Super Bowls and win and all that, like nobody's going to touch Brady in that regards. But I mean, Rodgers gave us so much, you can't not like the guy. And I'm cheering for him. Like, I hope he has a really good one last hurrah year in Pittsburgh, go to the playoffs, cheer him on. And I hope nothing but the best for Rodgers and hope he does amazing for everything he did for Green Bay and the Packers organization and everything. But some of the big stories I'm going to be watching tonight is Jacobs is still out. He's not playing with his injury, and who knows what's going to happen with his suspension and stuff. So watching Marshawn Lloyd, a healthy Marshawn Lloyd, get RB1 carries, see how he does with the first string offense and everything else, that be really curious, and hopefully he can get through this preseason staying healthy and not barring anything, because I think if he can stay healthy, like reports coming out of camp, he's been opening eyes. He's just got to stay healthy, and him and Jacobs together being a 1-2 punch, I think could be really good, especially in the NFC and their division that they have. That could be helpful and take a lot of pressure off Love. Kind of like you got Jacobs to be your workhorse up the middle, pound for a couple of yards and break, but he's not going to be the guy that breaks an 80-yard touchdown or whatever. He might bust off a 10, 15-yard run here or there, but like Lloyd can be that guy. So curious to see how he's going to do. The next headline I'm going to be watching is the cornerback position. Frankly, I've never been a fan of Nixon at quarterback. All the times he's been burned, gotten called on penalties and big moments and things like that. I've never been high on him. And to hear he was our starting cornerback one going in to this year was a little frightening. And watching clips of him getting burnt by Golden and Williams and things, that if he continues to be our cornerback one, we better hope the defensive front can put a lot of pressure on quarterbacks, because if the quarterback has time, I have a feeling our corners are going to be left on an island on their own. But some of the things I've been hearing is that Cisse has been, who was their second round draft pick this year, he's been kind of turning heads at training camp and really moving up the depth chart. I think another disappointment is St. Juice that they picked up from San Diego, that he has been looking like he lost a step. He's been a little slower. So got to keep an eye on just the corner and the corner position and see how that all turns out, and see if Cisse will get any reps with the first team, whether it's this preseason game or the next couple preseason games. See how that goes, and see how does our defensive line play without Parsons. Can we get some pressure on the quarterback? Can we get to Rodgers or whoever the quarterback is going to be there without Parsons? How does Zaire Franklin look, middle linebacker with Edgerrin Cooper back there? And then one thing I'm really excited about is the back end of our defense, having McKinney and Bullard back there, and another year Bullard going into this year, not a rookie, and just seeing what they can do at the back half of that should be kind of fun. But I think it all starts up front, and then just seeing like the defensive tackles. How's Hargrave and Wyatt? Can they stuff the middle and get pressure? And Van Ness, has he taken another step up from last year? And can he stay healthy? Then I think a sneaky one that I like is the quarterback 3 competition. I know it's like quarterback 3. We all know Tyrod Taylor is going to be probably number 2 after all this. But it's like, is it going to be McCord or Drones? And quite frankly, from the things I've seen, I like McCord. And maybe that Drones goes to the practice squad or something, but just kind of seeing that. And that's the fun thing of training camp, is watching a lot of the guys that don't get chances during the season, and watching them play and things, and seeing where it all shakes out. And then I think the biggest thing, hey, what's going on with our kicker competition? Trey Smack, how's he going to do? Will he get all the kicks tonight? How many kicks will he get? How's he going to do in a little bit higher pressure situation than just family night and training camp situations? How's he going to do? How's it going to be? outdoor field and in Pittsburgh and an away game. And so I think that's the biggest thing I'm looking forward to. And the biggest thing, football's back. How can you not be excited? If you're a Packer fan, a football fan, it's the great thing. Football's back. I'm excited to tune in, watch the pregame. Gonna watch what they say in the pregame. Gonna watch hopefully most of the game if my family allow me to. The Brewers don't start till 9 o'clock Central Time, being out in LA. So by the time the Packer game's finishing, the Brewer game will be starting. But then it's probably going to be close to my bedtime. So then I'm probably going to have to go to bed anyways around that time. But should be a good day, good night of sports. And don't forget, hopefully Whitefish Bay can make Wisconsin history and be the first team to make it from Wisconsin to represent the Little League World Series. So lots of cool things happening. Hopefully the Brewers can turn it around. But all in all, like, great time to be a Wisconsin sports fan. Again, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, whatever platform you're watching or listening from. And we'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks, everyone.